Welcome coders to Java tutorials. This is Swastik. We'll be focusing on the Java basics initially and then moving on to the coding. Java is an application software. There are two types of softwares, a system software and an application software. System softwares are like the device driver managing softwares which interact with the software and the hardware of the system. And application softwares are the ones designed for the end user to interact smoothly with the system. Java is one of the best application softwares out there. The features of Java. Java is platform independent. It can run on any platform, be it Windows or Linux or Mac OS. It doesn't matter in which platform it is developed. It can run on any other platform. Java is secure. Two features make Java secure. One is that there is no concept of pointers, which prevent the injection of viruses through pointers. And second is that there is bytecode checking prior to running an Java application. Java is robust, it is reliable, there is automatic garbage collection, and exception handlings are there. Java also has huge libraries and a large number of predefined functions for easier usage. Java is object oriented. It focuses on the data. We'll be discussing what an object oriented programming is in the next slide. Then Java is multi-threaded. A thread is basically a sub-process. Java allows simultaneous executions of multiple threads. So next slide is about what an object-oriented programming is. There are certain features which make any programming language an object-oriented programming if it satisfies these features. First is abstraction. Abstraction is basically hiding of data. Next is encapsulation. Encapsulation is when we are wrapping up similar datas into one module. Then next is inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but when one class inherits certain properties of another class. Then polymorphism comes from two words. Poly means many and morphing, that is forms. Polymorphism over here is that when a single entity has multiple meanings in multiple scenarios, different scenarios. Java supports polymorphism in two ways. One is during compile time, one is during run time. During compile time, we have method or function overloading. In runtime, we have function overriding. Then all predefined and user-defined data types must be objects. Predefined objects can be like your integer, float, string, double, and user-defined data types are basically class type objects, which are given by the user. Then message passing. Java operates by passing control from one module to the another. Now, is Java purely object-oriented programming? No. Java is not a fully object-oriented programming because of three factors. First, Java does not support multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means one class inheriting properties of more than one class, more than one parent, and in giving are being inherited in one child class. This is not supported in Java. Allows use of primitive data types. There is usage of int, float, double. Those primitive data types are also allowed in Java, though there are wrapper classes present for them, which we'll be discussing when we go on and go the next slides and the next videos. We'll be discussing what are wrapper classes. But for the time being, we can know that though wrapper classes exist, primitive data types also exist, which make Java not fully object oriented. The next is it allows static methods to call without creating instances. Instances are nothing but references which have been references of some class which have been allocated a memory. There are two types of methods which we'll be discussing further. What are static methods? What are non-static methods? Static methods allow calling a method without creating instances, which is supported in Java, which makes it not fully object oriented. Now, how do we start installing Java? First of all, you need to go to the site www.oracle.com, and inside the downloads you need to download the JDK, accept the license, and then the JDK, depending whether yours is a 32-bit or 60-bit 64-bit system, you need to install the JDK. And then after downloading, I'll mention the link in the descriptions. After the downloading, you can view the downloaded file and install it. Mine is present inside programs over here, JDK. You can install it, and then after installing, it will be present. If you do it the normal procedure of installation, it will be present inside your program files, Java, JDK. JDK 8 is the latest version right now. Inside bin folder, this is where your compiler and all the applets, everything is present. Now if you are going to develop an application inside this directory, inside this folder, it is fine. You can create a .java file and run it. But for industrial purposes or for normal creation or normal application of Java, it's not always necessary that you create a folder or your application inside this folder. You might need to create it outside somewhere on your desktop or any other drive. So what you need to do is that you need to set the path so that you can call the JavaC compiler from anywhere. So you have to first of all copy this address of the bin file, copy it, right click on your this PC, go to properties, then advanced system settings, environment variables, search for the path present over here, append it after a semicolon to the previous existing, whatever previously it was existing, append after a semicolon. Mine is already present over here. Next, you are set to go. What I have done right now is I've created, open any editor, be it your Notepad, Notepad++, Edit Plus. I'm using Sublime Text. You can use anything. So now we are ready to go. We'll be starting with a simple Hello World program. I'll be explaining in detail all the keywords in the next video. This is a simple tutorial about the basics. Let's see if it works. It should. Okay, I'll be saving it as, okay, I've created a separate folder for this. I'll be saving it inside JavaTude workspace. And then next, I'll be opening the command window, command prompt. For Linux users, you can use the terminal. Now I'll be compiling. JavaC is the Java compiler for the for Java. Now after compilation, it will create an object file. It has already compiled. There are no error messages. It has created a .class file. Now to run the same, this is the syntax. I have to write Java and the class name. It prints me hello world. Thank you. I'll be explaining in detail the keywords and how this works in the next video.